Should be live there, babe. Hey.
Oh, we're live.
How are you? Just getting some lighting figured out here.
Welcome to Friday night with Kris and Ginger Vegas. We are Las Vegas locals, and tonight we're going to do do's and don'ts of blackjack.
Blackjack do's and don'ts.
Blackjack do's and don'ts.
I mainly do the don'ts. I do them instinctively, and I'm really good at it. So I'm going to learn a lot tonight, too, from the master, Ginger Vegas.
Okay, so Kris and Ginger Vegas, we're Las Vegas locals. So let's get to the business here. We are at a special casino tonight. We are at the Kris and Ginger Vegas Casino. This is our home. Welcome to our home. And this is a blackjack setup for 5. We don't have anything pre-planned because I actually like to teach blackjack very organically. And what that means is just let's let it play out. And that's how it is in the casino. And that's sometimes what makes people a little apprehensive and almost a little nervous. You'll be like, oh, I'm going to sit down and what am I going to do? So we have a special guest here tonight. It's Alf. I think y'all can see Alf here. Can they see Alf on the camera?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's right there.
Okay.
Alf is a highly skilled blackjack player.
Okay, Alf is the one that comes to the table and does everything you're not supposed to do. But
usually that's me. That's usually my job, but I'm glad Alf is here to take some heat for me tonight.
And Kris says this because he hasn't been playing blackjack for that long. I have put in millions of hours of blackjack. So I am not going to say that I'm an expert. I'm going to say that I'm very seasoned. And I'm typically the one helping everyone at the table. And the dealer quite often thanks me and sometimes will look at me for help. Sounds kind of funny, but I've never been a dealer. Just really enjoy blackjack. So our dealer here is going to start dealing.
I don't see any bets. I'm sorry.
Face up. Oh,
I'm getting ahead.
Dealer's not going to deal. We're just going to do $10 bets to start with on everybody. It's a $10 table. $10 table will tell you. It'll have a little thing in the frame, and it'll say, and it will say like $10 to 500, and that means the minimum bet that you can bet is 10, and the max bet you can bet is 500. So. That means you can't sit down and place, $5,000 at the table, and that's a good thing. Okay, so our dealer now has started dealing. All the bets are placed, and this is going to be face up. Some casinos deal the cards face up. Some casinos deal the cards face down. I've seen some casinos that will have a face up table and a face down table. All right.
Let's start over while you're talking. Let's do this right.
Okay, we'll do it right. So first of all, thank you all for joining us on this live stream from our home on a Friday night. So I don't know if you're on the East Coast and it's late and cold, and I see some comments coming in.
Hi, Isabella. Hello,
hey, Isabella.
David. Leave it to me. Hello.
We've had a lot of success and fun with prior blackjack live streams.
This one's up and then the second one's down, right?
No, the first one's.
I thought that's where we were.
Yeah, you're right. That is right. Yes,
when
yes.
we were on
Sorry.
the cruise out.
Now, again, every casino, blackjack is played same way, meaning that your goal is to get as close to 21 without going over. So let's just go over a couple things. There's stand, which means you're not going to take any cards. There's hit, which means I want to take a card. There is a split, which you give them this signal and you put it on the table and you tell them that you want to split.
Good, Isabella. How are you?
And then there's also, you put a second bet up, and this means I want to double down. And when you double down, you get one card.
David, yes, this is kind of a 101. It's kind of a blackjack do's and don'ts. So we can kind of go over scenarios where people step out of bounds or do things not according to the book, right?
Yeah, do things that are just what I see on a regular basis in Vegas. And where do I play? I play at locals casinos like Green Valley Ranch, Red Rock. but we just played, I played Luxor, played places on the Strip.
Right, Cooper?
MGM, Grand, and anywhere where I can play for, I want to say, if they have a $15 table, I'm happy sitting down. I can sit down at a $25 table, and actually $25 is quite often my bet. If certain instances you start raising, and if we can get that far, we'll do that. But right now, we're going to play organically what's happening here. Now,
David
yes.
Allen, looks like he's been playing for 21 years, so not an amateur, but thank you for joining us. And add whatever you can to the chat and to the discussion here. We'd love to hear your input as well.
Thanks, David. Where does David live?
Yeah, where are you from, David? Let us know, and we'll keep rolling
Okay,
here.
right here, we have, this is an ace and a 4. An ace can act as an 11 or a 1. So this is 5 or 15. All right. Now, although I've only been playing blackjack, well, I've been playing cards most of my life, but in the casinos, I've only been playing
Jersey.
New Jersey. There's
been-
casinos in
He's
Jersey.
been banned for counting. He won 60K in 2003. So.
Oh, good job. Good job. All right, and we have single deck right now. Okay, so this is a soft of 15, okay? So it's soft because the ace can go 1 or 11. But normally, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I love to split and double anytime I can, but we're going to go play by the book. So I'm going to scratch on the table with the finger, which means give me a card. Hit me, baby. All right, that's not too pretty. That's an 8 there. And the dealer typically will put that sideways like that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's not a double. I didn't double. He's just going to go like that. So now I have 13. On a 13, the dealer has a 10 showing, and I have to imagine that the dealer has a 10 underneath. Why? Because there are 52 cards in a deck. And remember, a 10 is worth 10. And then Jack, Queen, King are all worth 10. So almost a third of the deck is worth 10. There are a lot of 10s in the deck. So we have to assume that the dealer has 20. And guess what? 13 here cannot beat 20. So I'm forced by the book, playing correctly, take another card. So now what do I have? The dealer is very nice and tells me what I have.
15.
15. Guess what, guys? So many beginner players are like, oh, I don't know. Yes, the book says you have to take one because especially as the dealer has a 10. Just get over it and take the card.
5.
Guess what?
20.
You hit and you got 20. Now here's Alf. Hi, Alf. What do you want to do with your 15?
Alf's a total wild card.
Okay. Now, Alf is a beginner player, and Alf is going to not play by the book. He is the only one not going to play, he's the only one that's not going to play by the book. He's going to stay on a 15. He's not supposed to.
What a
But he's
loser.
the one that he is not playing by the book. Now, we'll see how well he does. Okay, this isn't, and I didn't show you what he had, I'm just telling you.
15.
But he had 15. All right.
So normally you would hit on that because you think the dealer's got a 20.
Right, 15 is not strong enough to beat a 20. And then here we have an 18. We're not going to hit on that. So when you want to stand, the hand signal for stand is you wave the hand across like this. Now, why don't I just say stand or no? You have to do this for the eye in the sky. There are cameras in the sky everywhere in the casino, everywhere. They see everything you're doing. They have way more employees up in the sky, eye in the sky. So this one says no. And here's a 15. He's going to play by the book correctly. Whether you bust or not, you have to take the card because it's what the book says to do, and it's the right thing to do. Look at that. I got a 6, 21. All right, bingo, baby. And that's what he would have gone if he got one.
Yep.
17, this is a 17, and on a 17, what do you do, guys? You stand. So we're going to stand on the 17, even against a 10, and let's see what the dealer has and see how we do.
All right, y'all, read them and weep. 20.
All right, so it's what we thought, because we said that we have to assume the dealer is a 10 under.
This one was a
Dealer's
20,
20.
right? He pushed,
That's a
right?
20, so that's a push. He takes the cards and he goes like that, which says he pushed. See, he did that. Alf, what did Alf do? All
He got his
right.
butt kicked.
Yeah, 'cause
Way
he-
to go. That's for not following the book, Alf. Whatever.
All right, that 18 loses to 20 because 18 is less than 20. Guess what? This guy wins 21. So he's going to get $10. He only gets $10 because it's not a blackjack, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
See, I'm learning as a dealer here, folks.
And Kris is doing a great job. We play, and the 17 loses, so he takes that money and the cards. All right, so we're going to go ahead and reset our bets.
While we're doing that, you guys like and subscribe if you would. John Rafferty, lock it up, man. Do we have any of our moderators on? Hopefully. Monkey Juice says, if you think the dealer has a 20, why hit on a 15 and not on an 18?
Okay, that's a good question. All right, so you have to look at the number of cards and the cards that are in the deck. And there are some people that will hit on a 17 or an 18 when the dealer is showing a 10. But there are more cards that will bust you. There's just a few cards. If you think about it, an ace, a 2, a 3, so there's only like a few cards that will help you. So the book is what we play by. And, I was looking for it before this live stream, and it's not where I normally put it. They sell the little cards in the stores that tell you, kind of in a nutshell, what the book says. And that's a good question, but 17 and 18, yes, we can assume the dealer has a 10, but we don't know he has a 10. He might, but if he doesn't have a 10, just a lot of scenarios. Because if he has a 17, 18, 19, then the dealer's just shuffled up and he's dealing again. Ooh, look at all these face cards.
I left, we're just using the rest of the deck here, which is plenty.
Okay.
Because that's the way I roll things here at the Kris Ginger Vegas Casino.
But you didn't give yourself a card.
Dang it. I really have to. All right, let's back these up.
You didn't do this at all on the last, he's going to back it up. And we can do that because we're not going to have anybody complaining because we're not in an actual casino. So we're going to back it up.
By this time, I would have been.
The 6 goes over here too.
Oh.
There we
By
go.
this time, I would have been fired as a dealer. And rightfully so. All right.
All right, we just kept the bets at $10. So dealer's showing a 10 again. But I'm just going to try to keep my answers to it's by the book. All right. This first hand over here is a 13. So dealer's showing a 10 and we have a 13. What do you do? Anyone? Anyone?
Hit that bad boy.
Baby, I was doing a Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Anyone?
And you do.
All right.
Hit
And
it.
here you
Hit
go.
me, baby. Bustola.
Bustola.
It's a face card.
Do I take it now?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
Take the cards, take the money. Okay, and this person, king and a 10, which equals 20. That is a very good hand. You're happy. This person is Alf. Alf, no, you can't split them. We only are allowed to split pairs, and Alf, we don't want to split those. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so Alf stays. Alf says stay. Okay, next hand we have, guys, is a 16. 16 is one of my least favorite hands. 16 against the 10. The book says hit it. The book says
Life
hit.
of Miles says hit. Kathy Hall says hit. So
Okay, everyone's saying hit.
And there you
Look
go.
at that. Good
19.
hit, guys. That's
Good
a
call.
3.
Monkey Juice hit.
That's a 3, so we're going to stay on 19. You wave that off. Over here, we have an ace and a 9. So let's look at that for a minute. A lot of newer players say, well, I'm not sure. Should I take a card? And I'm like, it's hard to improve a 20. Yes, so this is 10, because an ace can be an 11 or a 1. So this is a 10. This is a 10 or a 20. All right. So yes, you are correct. Now you could double down. You could double down, but dealers showing a 10 and a 20 is like money in the bank. So the book says stay.
Yep. Monkey Juice says agrees. All right.
Okay. This one is a yucky one. Okay, Monkey Juice, I'll play blackjack at a table with you any day. But it drives me crazy when I'm playing with people that don't know how to play. Sorry, but it's just, I don't mean to say that
Thanks,
in a
Polo.
condescending way.
Thank you. stunning home, he says.
Oh, thank you. We love our home. Okay, this is a 13, and 13 against a 10. The book says take a card. Why? Because 13 is very, very low. There are some people that are going to hem and haw about that for a while, going, I don't know, what am I going to do? The book says hit anything definitely below a 16 against a 10.
Vlog. Is this a hell house? Why? Because we have a fire? Okay.
Oh, baby, I think it's time for a different color.
Okay.
There we go. Does that make you better, more happy? Okay, so we're going to take a card on 13.
All right, here you go.
There we go. Now, guess what?
You got an
Now
ace.
we have 14. That was an ace. So, he was saying that probably because we had a red table and the fire going.
Tip below roller says, don't follow the book, just follow your heart.
All right, now there's, I'm also a poker player, primarily tournament poker. And basically the rule is don't worry about intuition when it comes to blackjack. Be pragmatic, play by the book. When it comes to poker, it's a different story. And we're not talking about poker right now, but we'll do some no limit hold'em poker on another time.
This is kind of beginning stuff, one-on-one
and
stuff.
we're just staying by the book. But I'll tell you what, on a single deck, if I've seen all the cards come out, and then it's another, like David, the card counter. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm with you. I get that. We're not going to talk about counting cards, but if I'm like, no, there's only big cards left, let's go ahead and decide what we're going to do on this 14. Book says take a hit. Boom, boom, baby. Look at that.
21.
All
winner.
right.
Well
Winner,
done.
winner, chicken dinner.
All right, let's see what the dealer
Hey,
has.
dealer, what you got? Are you flipping? Wait, didn't you check that?
No, I didn't check it.
Oh, okay.
Was I supposed to
So
on
let's
every
go
10?
over this dealer school. When the dealer is showing a 10, they always check underneath it. There's a little, the aces are made
Hey,
differently
Mary.
on the, oh, yay, Mary's here. Woohoo. Okay.
Yay.
The aces are, they sit outside a little differently. So they look down on at a peekaboo thing, and it tells them whether they have an ace under or not, because they flip it over immediately.
But because we're dealing with a rookie dealer, he didn't look,
He
and we
didn't look.
wasted everyone else's
Right.
time. So
Right.
that's my bad.
Right. So,
All right,
but that's
winner,
okay.
winner.
That's
Chicken
okay.
dinner.
Do's and don'ts. Okay. So now, wait, that person has blackjack down. They
Oh,
have
yeah.
21 at the end.
You
Don't
get to
take,
keep yours.
Don't take their money.
There you go.
Okay.
This dealer needs to be fired. What the heck?
Okay.
Time to shuffle.
All right. Honestly, Kris has played blackjack, I want to say, with me like 3 times.
I'm a slot player.
He's a high limit slot player and a very good slot player at that. For me, this is funny. So I'm going to say this as he's talking. I'll set the bets.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. I was a high school teacher. Everybody went to high school. I was a high school teacher for 25 years. So once my son graduated and was gone, and I had nobody like that I had to worry about at home, I was like, okay, school's out. What am I going to do? So I'm like, let's go play blackjack. So after teaching school about 2:00, I would go play blackjack for about 4 hours and then go home. And it was
good
perfect
question.
because when I play blackjack, then I'd make friends with all the dealers, the pit boss. What?
Gustum says she followed the book and she loses all hands. Well, it's because I had a blackjack. I
It's
should have
because-
checked
It's
it.
because the dealer's cheating.
You want to cut the cards, babe?
Yeah, let's do this right. But we're going to try it. We're going to see what following the book does for us. All right. So the point being, because I would play a lot, I would always make sure with the pit boss, I say, oh, well, can I get a comp for dinner? And then I would go get some dinner, eat something nice, and then go home, and there we go. I don't have to make dinner. I got to play cards for 4 hours, and I got to do that regularly for
Blackjack.
quite a few years.
Well done.
Okay, so first things first is before you even pay this person, you have a 10 showing. You're going to check your undercard.
Oh, let's see, I go like that, and then I go like this, and then I go
Yeah,
like
we don't have a
that.
little peeky machine, so he has to look at it.
We're good.
And he says we're good. Because if he did have an ace under there before he would flip it over, before he'd even, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. No, it's very, this is one thing that confuses some newer players is if he did have an ace under there, he would flip it and end of story, right? The only person that wouldn't lose their money is this guy.
Life of Miles, good comment. The book doesn't make you win every hand. It lowers your chance
Of
losing.
losing. Thank you. I like that. I
Well
like
said.
that. And there's a, please add whatever you want because I'm trying to cover a lot of different things right now. So let's go ahead and play this out. So, yep, he paid that guy.
I'm taking his cards. Okay.
But we were going to talk about insurance and I never buy insurance, so I actually kind of always forget about it. Insurance is only offered when the dealer is showing an ace. So it kind of ticks people off when the dealer is showing a face card, but then checks for the ace, flips it over, and you're like, but I never had a chance to buy insurance. It's because you only get to purchase insurance when the dealer shows an ace. If you don't know about insurance, I'm going to say play the minimum bet and never take insurance.
Thank you, Mary.
Okay. So right now, this dealer, why do you keep having tens? I can't believe the dealer just keeps having tens.
Well, it's because I'm a super cool dealer.
First hand over. First hand over here is a 7 and a 3, which equals 10. This makes you do basic math.
Hey, could Alf just hold it down? Alf is out of control tonight. Just take it easy.
Alf needs a cocktail. Okay, we might need a cocktail. There's no cocktail waitresses here.
We don't have one. Okay.
All right, we need cocktails.
All right, here you go.
All right, now we have a 12. All right, so the 10 is now a 12, and now a 16. Book says still hit. Look
21.
That's why the book says that. Now that was a 5. So it went from a 10
to a 12.
Yeah, we had,
to a 16,
that's a lot.
to a 21.
7, 3, deuce, 4, 5.
Lots
wow.
of low cards.
That's a lot of low cards. So now, if you're playing a multi-deck shoe, you're going to have, it's going to be a little bit different. That if you're like our friend David here, that likes counting cards, you're going to want to play it a single deck or maybe a double deck. Other than that, you're not going to do very well. So right now we're seeing a lot of little cards coming out.
Okay, is this a don't coming from Alf?
This is a, yeah. So right here, this is a 9. And guess what? Alf is going to do a don't. A 9, the book says hit on it. Alf is going to go ahead and put 10. And I've seen people do stupid stuff like this. He's going to put another bet out there because he wants to double down. Double down. Alf, you're not doing the right thing. All right, Alf, this is not the smart thing to do. But
so you get one card?
He's going to get one card.
And it's a 5.
Okay, so now I went from a 9 to a 14. And he says, that's okay. I bet the dealer's going to bust. Okay, let's go.
16?
Yeah, my nose is itching. I think that means I'm going to kiss a fool.
That
right?
would be me.
That's my husband. All right, so we have a 16 here, guys. 16. And 16 against a 10. Well, even though these have been all little cards, we have to hit it. Oh my gosh, 18. That was a good hit. Yes, good hit.
Man, lots of low cards.
Yeah, so we know there's going to be some big cards coming out soon because they're all little cards that we've been seeing. What do we have here? We have a 13. And guess what? The book says on a 13, before you do anything, let me see. What do y'all say? You going to stay on that? Are you going to hit? What are you going to do? Well, the book says if the dealer is showing a 10, which I'd like to talk about other cards, but the dealer only been showing a 10. If the dealer is showing a 10, anything that you have 16 or less, anything under 17, you need to hit it. The book says just do it. So if it hurts, just close your eyes and do it like that.
And you're busted.
We knew a big card was coming, but you have to play by the book. So take my cards, take my bet. All right, you already paid that
part
one?
of dealing is taking the money.
Yeah, you mean dealer. Okay.
All right, guys.
Let's hope he has a little card under. I'm really tired of this.
20. All right,
Okay.
over here you win.
This one wins. Pay me.
All right.
Pay me, baby. Thank you.
Over here you lose. Both of them.
Yes, sir.
Alf, you didn't follow the book and you got burned.
Yeah, he probably screwed up the whole table.
18.
18 does
Another
not
loser.
beat 20. All right, reset our bets. And we can, I keep saying we want to do one of these live streams and talk about bet increases because I'm really into that. And there's a couple different theories. There's a few theories on bet increases.
House dealer.
But
Yes, Life of Miles, it's a house dealer.
but right now we're just going to bet 10, and we're just going to go with basic rules of do's and don'ts because that's what we're talking about tonight, guys. Do's and don'ts. Again, thanks for joining us. I'm Ginger.
I learned this one on the
Kris.
cruise.
We just finished a cruise. This is my husband, Kris, and I'm Ginger, and we're Las Vegas locals, and we
You left Alf out.
and this is our special guest tonight, Alf. Some of you know who Alf is, and some
Alf is a
people,
true wild card.
some of you have never heard of the name Alf, and that's okay too. So pack up those. Okay, here we go. Bets are set, babe.
All right. Here we go, people.
Any questions? Ooh, I have an
Ace.
ace.
4,
Good.
8, 2, queen, 2. Here we go. Oh,
Finally,
3,
we don't have a 10 showing.
14, 13, 12, and a 20. And zoop.
And a base card. All right, so
I'm only
now, okay, this is the only worst card other than a 10 for the dealer to show in my book is a deuce. People call it the dealer's ace. A deuce is really hard to beat because.
Matthew loves Alf, by the way.
Oh, good. Hey. All right. But guess what? I'm about the chance of gambling, and I double and split anytime I can, and I'm going to double down on this, and then the dealer will give one card going the other way. Okay, that's fine. I have a 14 there now, and you get, when you double down, you get one card and a story. Okay, here's a little Alf that likes to play a not with the book, and he has a 14. Now, okay, so the book says that when a dealer has a deuce and you're playing single or double deck, this is a tough one. The book says if it's single or double deck, you don't take a card. But if it's like 6 to 8 decks, then you do. Okay, so with that said, and we're playing single deck, Alf doesn't follow the book because he doesn't want to. So he's going to take a card, even though the book's saying right now not. But in my book of Ginger Vegas, I say it's going to be 50-50, so what the heck, do whatever you want to do.
Alf needs to move his hand in a gesture to indicate he wants a card. There we go. And you're busted. Okay.
Okay, take his cards and his chips.
What?
That was good. Did you see that?
That was
Because
awesome.
the eye in the sky's watching you, Alf. All right, so here we go. This is a 13. I'm going to say no because
All
we
right.
want the dealer to bust. 12 is a tough one, but I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Queen's over here? No. So again, this means no more cards. I stand. Okay,
Yeah,
dealer
12.
now has 12. Could you pull one of those 10s you keep showing?
19.
And these have to be far, a little space in.
They can be however I decide they can be.
What do you have there, Mr. Dealer?
I have 19. And we have a loss here.
Okay, my double down did not work for me that time.
I like winning. This is great. 13 here, that's another loss. Great doing business with you. Here's a 12. That's a laugher. Okay, that's my card there. And here's 20.
Yes!
And you win.
Finally, somebody
Congratulations.
won.
This player's killing it over here. They had a blackjack on the
Yeah,
last
this
time.
is the best and this is third base. This is where I normally like to sit. All right, this person's gonna
All right, I'm gonna leave the deck.
gonna
There's
increase
plenty of
his
cards.
bet. This dealer's gonna increase their bet because I don't think that this one's gonna increase their bet. I don't think you're gonna keep winning. Okay. He just says, you know what? I want to bet 50. So these are $25 chips. He's going to bet 50. And
Ooh, that's Alpha's out of
Alf
control.
is out of control.
Betting 50.
Okay, so
what?
everybody's betting 40. I'm
Seven.
sorry, I lied. Everybody's betting
Eight.
20,
Eight.
except Alf. He's betting 50.
9, 6, 4,
We love it. That's a bus card. We love
17, 15, blackjack, 12, 11.
4. Okay, so he's telling you the total of what they have, not the card that went out.
Yep.
All right, now when we look at that dealer's bus cards, anything a 3, 4, 5, and 6 are bus cards. There are some people that will say a 3 is not a bust card, but the book says for the most part it is. And we want to.
Dan.
What is a?
Wait. We got Dan, the breaking news man,
Hey,
is
Dan.
on. He says it's his birthday. Can I play one of the hands?
Oh, happy birthday!
Happy
Yes.
birthday, Dan.
You can play all the hands on this one. That's a bus card. It's a 4.
Tell us what you want.
Okay, this is a 17, Dan. Everybody tell Dan happy birthday. He's our friend.
Yes. Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
we met Dan at F1. Okay, what are you going to do there, Dan, on a 17 versus a 4? Are you a blackjack player? Are you going to play this correct?
Stay. He's staying.
Good job. That's
All right.
a stay. Dan says stay. Okay, this over here is
15.
Alf, and Alf is just really a little bit crazy there, Dan. What do you want Alf to do? Bus card is showing on a 4, and we have 15.
Ariel and Life of Miles say stay. Mary White says happy birthday. Ace Hinkle says hit. But we're letting the birthday boy, Dan, tell us, are we hitting here or are we staying? 15 against a 4 showing.
And
Dan, you got to jump. Oh, there you go. Stay.
good.
Okay, we're staying here.
That's the
This
right
is a
thing to
blackjack,
do.
so I got to pay that up.
And you play 1.5 times the bet.
All right, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
And
Take his
so that
card.
takes, okay, thank you. Tell the dealer how to do his job.
You're a bossy Dylan.
12. We got a 12 against
Okay,
a 14.
Dan.
What do you say, Danny boy? Birthday boy? 12 against a 14. I'm guessing, well, that's a tough one. He wants a hit. Here it comes. And it is
About-
20.
That is a really good.
Gutsy move
That's a
by
gutsy
Dan
move.
the man.
And do you know what? At the table, that's fair. When I'm talking about do's and don'ts, and when we say the book says to do it or not to do it, you can hit or not hit on anything. But we're just following the book the best that we can to, as who was it that said, reduce our losses?
Yeah.
Yeah. So good hit, Dan. Happy birthday, Dan.
He's killing it so
You've
far.
got one more hand over
Okay,
here.
we got
and guess
11
what?
showing here.
Okay, this is a really special one here. Let me pass in front of the camera here. This is an 11 against a 4. Before you give...
Life of Miles wants to double.
Okay, I want to hear other people. Tell Dan what
Dan, what are we doing?
what your recommendation is to birthday boy Dan.
We got 11 here. Double now, says Life of Miles. Double, all day double. And that's what Dan the man wants to do.
All
Here
right,
we go.
Dan, you're doubling here, and that's what I would have done as
That's
well.
truly what makes Dan the man.
Thank you. Okay,
Here comes the
Okay.
card, baby, and it is a 6.
all right,
So what's that, 17?
Yeah, and the whole reason that we double on that is not in hopes that we get a 10, 10 feels better, but in hopes that you bust, because you're most likely going to bust.
All right, birthday boy, let's see what
Please
you
do
got.
it correctly.
14.
Now draw another 10.
We need a big card, and we
Yes,
got one.
boom,
It's
baby,
Bus City.
boom.
Everybody
Yes,
wins.
we
Everybody
won. Good
wins.
job, Dan. You won. We're
Wow.
going to send all this money to you.
No, Alf wins more than anybody, $50.
And that's what happens
You
sometimes.
bet on the right at the right time. You've already been paid.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some of these.
We're going to go back down.
We're gonna go there, and we're gonna go there. I hate handing out money. I'm supposed to take it from you people.
Ooh, time for people.
All right,
get
guys.
paid.
Nice. Congratulations. Don't get used to it because the dealer always wins.
The
In
good
Casino Ginger and Kris Vegas Casino.
Okay, good dealers want the players to win because
Not
when the
this one.
players win, then you get tips. How do you tip your dealer?
Show me the money, Dan
Hey.
says.
All right, you don't just give the chip to the dealer. A lot of newer players want to hand things to the dealer. Every casino, now this is, I've never seen a casino that didn't have this, because rules can change by casino to casino. When you want change, you have to put it down and ask for change. So I put it in front and say 5 ones, please. Now I will always say, I will make that verbal. I won't just assume the dealer knows, because if I throw that to the dealer, I've seen people do that wanting change, and the dealer takes it and go, pump, pump, thank you, and they put it in their tip bin. So you need to be specific on what you're doing. So now you have so we're going to bet. He gave me
Kevin, we're
$5
glad you stopped
chips.
in too. He says, LOL. Not sure why I stopped in, but glad I did. All right. I'm
Woohoo!
glad-
We're having a party on Friday night. It's a poker party.
Heck yeah.
Sorry, it's a blackjack party. Okay, we're betting for the dealer over here. We're going to change
Oh,
our bets.
looks like these bets are getting a little more
Bets
hardcore.
are getting a little bigger. Okay,
Alf's going hard
he's
again.
gonna bet 5 for the dealer.
Oh, I like it.
Let me put my chips away over here. And boom, boom,
About time for
boom.
color change.
Okay.
Like and subscribe, people. Every time I change the color of the table, that means it's your cue to like and subscribe. We appreciate you guys being part of the Kris and Ginger Vegas family. Mary White, appreciate you being our moderator. I don't know if we have anyone else of our usual moderators, our OGs, but thank you guys. All right, here we go. Oh, good. Matthew Copeland says, pretty new to gambling, coming to Vegas in April. Hope to win. We hope so too. And if we can help in any way, that's what we're here for. All right, let's go. You split them?
I did.
That one? Yep.
I think that's what I did.
All right, I'll just burn the top card because I want to act like I know what I'm doing, even though I don't.
We're going to live stream just on that note, we're going to live stream what we call a coffee talk here, just right here, where Kris and I are talking and answering questions. So look out for that. That's our next live stream.
That'll be cool. 3, Jack.
Jack.
Or sorry, 10.
3,
10.
Jack, 10.
10.
10.
And another Jack.
Dealer.
And I have a 7.
Dealer has a 7. Okay.
5 there total.
It's a
14 total. 20 total. 16 and 20. And the dealer puts his card under.
Again,
and the fun begins.
The fun begins. Again, for those of you that are new to Blackjack, the value of the cards is the face
Thank you,
value,
Kevin.
unless it's a 10 or a face card. Those are all 10s. And the goal is to get us close to 21 without going over. Once you go over, you lose. And you lose your bet. So dealer has a 7, and we need to do the little hit sign, which is this. Okay,
10.
now we have, that's a 10.
15.
We have 15. The book says hit. You don't have to. No one's going to make you. You didn't even have to take a card. You could have stayed on 5. Okay, but that wouldn't make any sense. So we kind of go with logic and the numbers. And we're going to take another card because we're supposed to. We busted, but you know what? It's not the end of the world. All right, you took my chips. I'm going to cry. And here's little Alf over here. Actually, I don't cry. This is a 14, so ask my husband, he will tell you I don't. That's 18, we're gonna stay. That is your stay. Alf goes, shh. Okay.
Alf, you're creepy. That's all I can say.
He's not,
His
he's
little
my friend.
look at his little beady eyes.
He's
Those
my
things
friend.
are.
Okay.
Okay.
Did we have
And where did he buy that shirt? At Tommy Bahama? That thing is terrible.
That is his Vegas shirt.
That's a
From
weak shirt.
from Tommy Bahamas. They're very
right.
popular here. We have a lot of Tommy Bahamas. This is a 10 and a Jack. It's 20. What do we do, guys? No, of course we're going to stay. Stay. And 16. Again, that's the one that makes, okay, this is another thing that the book says, if you're going to not hit on a 16, then that means you want to be consistent, especially if you're a newer player and you don't know what to do. If 16 scare you, just never hit on them. But don't go back and forth because that makes people crazy. So this person, 16 against a 7. Well, you know what? We're going to hit on it because the book does say to hit. So go ahead and give me a card.
And nice
All right.
working with you.
Look at that. There's a lot of, that's not
City.
good. Bus City, take my cards, take my money. And right here, 2 face cards. We have a Jack and a King. And what do you do on the 20 against a 7? Yeah, not a lot of choices. We're going to stay. Okay, what you got, dealer?
Oh, sorry. I thought I had to deal something. I was trying to read the chat. So 17, I gotta stay.
All right.
So winner here. So does that mean I get the? The dealer gets the chip.
Wait, you have to pay yourself too. So you pay, the dealer pays out next to it. It's a $5 chip sitting right here. He pays himself. And what I do, this is just for those of you that don't really know, not comfortable with tipping the dealer. I wait till the dealer takes their tip sometimes if there's a lot going on at the table because I don't want it to be confusing. The dealer's pretty quick about cleanup, so go ahead. and take your tips. Yep. And then the dealer will always thank you.
Thank you.
That's
I don't know what that was, but
that's
yeah.
exactly how you do it. Wait, did you pay that guy?
No, I was just going
Okay.
to grab their cards randomly. 'Cause
You
I'm
know
very
what, though?
experienced
You
at
have to
this.
keep your eyes out because I have had dealers, especially when they're tired, and like, I'm like, wait, why didn't
saying
you
I'm
pay me?
tired.
And I'll
just
say,
inexperienced.
why, I'm sorry, what did you didn't pay me. So you want to be careful, you don't touch anything, make sure the dealer's doing everything right. Don't ever make that assumption that everyone's going to do everything right. Any kind of dealing, whether it's blackjack or poker,
All right, let's go.
poker,
Let's
anything.
keep this pace going
Keep this
here.
pace going. Okay, sorry.
Get your bets in here before I
Is
start
Dan
dealing
still
with
here?
people.
Did everybody wish Dan?
Dan's still here.
Okay.
He's saying, show the next card, please. In
Show
other
the
words,
next card.
pick it up.
Okay, tips. I want dealer tips.
Okay.
Not
yeah.
this guy. This guy doesn't want to tip you at all.
Well, that's because Alpha's
He's going to tip you
jerk.
5. He's going to play 25 again. And I'll tip you $1. This is called bribery. Bribery. Okay, there we go. Everyone's
There we
loaded
go.
up. Let's do this, baby.
4, 7, 5, 2, and a king. I've got a 6.
That's really good. The dealer has a 6 showing.
10, 16, 8, 9, 17.
And you're going to tuck
my
one.
card goes.
Okay, when the dealer shows a 6, that should make you the happiest blackjack player in the world. We're going to double. We have a 10 over here, 6 and a 4. So we're going to double. You don't have to. You are not, by law, you don't have to double the dealer's bet. But as a polite thing, as a kind thing. Courtesy. Thank you for filling that word for me. I do. Boom, that's 19. That's a nice one, guys.
Nice.
Okay, over here. We have a
16.
7 and a 9. That is 16. This is my biggest thing is when you want to let the dealer bust because they have a bust card. 6 is the best bust card. So if you have anything over 11, don't hit it.
But because
so
it's
just remember
Alf,
that.
Because it's Alf, he's going to hit.
This is a do's
This
and
is a
don'ts.
don't.
This is a do's and don'ts session. Alf says, no, hit me. I know it's going to be a good one.
And you're busted.
He busts and he loses and he messes up the table because now it's going to be bad for everyone. Don't be Alf. Don't be that person.
All right, you got an 8? What do
Okay.
you want here?
Yeah, 8. Okay. 8 has to hit. You're going to hit anything 11 or under. Because you can't hurt yourself. Okay?
16.
So now we stay. Anything over 11, we stay because the dealer has a bust card. This is a 7 and a deuce. That's a 9. I'm sorry, that is a 9. And so we're going to hit it. Okay, now that's, we went up to 12. 12 is a low number, but guess what? 12 is higher than 11. So we don't take a card. We want to let him bust on his bust card. Now, does that mean he's going to bust every time because he has a bust card and the odds are? No, he's not every time, but we got to let him try.
Dan has a question.
Yes, Dan.
Do you, what does it say about splitting 2 face cards?
They have to be, you would never split 10s, but you can split anything that is a pair. Splitting anything that's a pair, but never, ever, ever split 10s.
Because you have 20.
Because you can't, yeah, because
What are the odds of you beating that?
Right. And so what, you think that the 10s can now become 2 20s? Yeah,
2
that's
21s.
2 or 2 blackjacks, yeah, if an ace hits. But what are the odds of that happening? And the book says don't do it because you're going to screw things up. So no, never do it. It will make everybody cringe at the table, including the dealer. So thanks for asking that question.
Good question.
Where
All right,
were we?
So we're here. We're at 12.
Right, and so to anything over 11, we say no. A lot of people will hit that, and no.
Okay.
There's some more
17.
comments coming through. 17 coming in, we don't hit that.
All right,
Okay?
guys.
Come on,
Everybody's
do your
in.
magic. Tell us what you have. What's happening?
Ooh, only 8.
Oh, that's not good.
9, 10.
Oh, that's not good. We want another little one.
18.
Oh, that's bad. Okay.
So you had 19, so you win here.
Okay.
And you doubled, so that's good. And I get my bets. So that's awesome. I get my gift.
Yep, good cleanup there.
And this one was a 8 and a 16, so that one's a loss. 25
Yep,
bucks.
16 is less than 18,
house.
so he loses. 12 so is less than 18, he loses. So why do we play by the book when we're losing? Because it's not going to guarantee, there's no guarantee to a win. It's just 17 is less than 18. It's just going to reduce your losses. So you want to play correctly, and you don't want everybody to be upset with you. Okay.
All right, color change, that means like and subscribe. And if you have questions for Ginger, this is a good time as I'm shuffling and she puts out the bets. What about the dealer? This is Saragi. How do I say that? Saragi W. What about the dealer cheating? I hear the casinos have their card counter change the cards.
The pit boss says change the cards. Yeah, every casino is a little bit differently. They'll normally change them every X amount of hours, whether it's 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours. And they do that. The eye in the sky is watching the dealer like a hawk. And that's why the dealer actually has a whole lot of rules. Like that's why you can't hand them a chip. And they have to, even if they go like this to their nose, they have to do they have to show that their hands are empty because they don't want them doing anything wrong. The most cheating that I have ever seen has been at locals casinos. And it's when people say, for example, okay, let me cut that. When the dealer gives me a good hand, what they would do is they would go up and drop a couple chips when the dealer's looking the other way, and then they'll do that. And so people have been banned from the casinos for that.
All right, we got a couple of dealer bets and a couple not.
Yes, sir, because some people like you better than others.
Jeez, I can't understand
Okay.
why.
Yeah.
Queen, king, 9, queen. Boy, a lot of face card. 10, and I have a 5.
That's awesome. We're really happy when the dealer has a 4, 5, or 6.
18, 16, 20, 19.
Okay.
And there goes my card.
Okay, so this is a good one for do's and don'ts and to talk about bust cards, because if you're a beginning blackjack player, or maybe you just haven't played a lot, you just have to remember, let the dealer bust when the dealer has a bust card.
Dan
So-
has a question or a
Yes.
request. He goes, hey, try splitting 2 face cards next time they come up, okay, please. So we have 2 face cards.
Yeah.
We'll try that just to see how it
Yeah,
plays out.
because this is a do's and don'ts.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a good time to do it because.
All right, you got 13
all right,
here.
13 against a 5. The rule of thumb when the dealer is showing a bust card is if you have anything over an 11, do not take the card. If you are at risk in a bust, because if a 10 comes out or a 9, I bust.
Dan says hit. No, Dan.
No, Dan.
You don't
But-
want to hit.
But there are people that will do it, and then the table. If you start doing crazy things like that, you might notice a lot of people at the table get up and leave because people don't like playing at a table where somebody plays not by the book. When they play really crazy like that, they feel that it affects their play. But let me tell you something. In actuality, cards are random. It's all random. So I don't really think it is going to. It might benefit you in some way, but when people aren't playing right, there's just kind of a weird vibe going on, so you don't like it. This
Alf
person
is
says
random.
stay. Alf is random. He has an 18 against a 5. Alf,
He can't,
you
even
know
Alf
what?
can't hit that.
You're gonna tell the person over there. No, even Alf. Alf is gonna
Alf's
stay.
not- he's gonna
Even
stay.
the crazy, because I've been yelling at Alf.
16.
Okay, so 16, this person is going to not take a card. 16 against a 5. You don't want to take that card. Want to let the dealer bust.
Now we're gonna double.
This is for Dan.
is Dan.
Because he has a pair of queens. Okay, pair of queens here.
Because Dan is like
Okay.
Alf, apparently. He likes to do
Splitting.
things the wrong way.
Because some people say that splitting and doubling are what confuses them. You can split anytime you have a pair.
I have a pair. Oh, pair of cards is what.
Pair
you
of cards.
meant.
So what you do is you separate the cards and you put another chip out, and and if the dealer doesn't want you to touch the card, you don't. And you go like this little sign right here, like peace. And you do it on the table because it says, I want 2 separate cards. Oh my gosh, Dan, you are going to teach everybody that they should split queens. They're queens.
Blackjack, baby. Dan knows what he's doing, apparently. Okay, do I give a card over
So
here?
yeah, then this one I'm going to stay. I'm not going to
Yeah.
hit that because Oh my gosh.
20.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So now let me tell you.
See?
I have
Dan is
split
saying,
tens
see?
before. I have, but I've split my tens when I'm the only one at the table and nobody else is going to get upset. So this is pretty funny.
Dan knows racing and blackjack, apparently.
Racing and blackjack. Okay, we're going to stay
Money.
on those. And our 19 over here, we're going to stay on 19
All
against
right.
a 5.
There goes my 15. I've got a 15. There's a
Okay, big card. Anything
and
bigger
here
than a
comes
6.
right off the top, and it is an ace, 16.
Okay, dealer must take a card.
And there's a 9.
Boom,
We
baby,
bust.
boom.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations. You're rich beyond your wildest dream. A 13 beats a bust card. And an 18 here for Alf. And my little payment. Thank you. Take those cards from you. Alf's doing okay for being a complete doofus.
So's Dan.
Dan,
you're not a doofus, sorry.
What the heck?
It's Dan's birthday. Happy birthday, Dan.
Yes, happy birthday, Dan. That's why he blackjacked. So I gotta pay two. How do I do that?
No, it doesn't count as a blackjack unless you're dealt that originally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I get one here, and I take those. Pleasure doing business with you. Dan completely blew up the standard protocol.
But you know,
and he won for it.
but this is part of why, I think it's really important to know that the book is saying, giving you guidelines of the correct way to play. It doesn't mean you have to play that way.
Even Alf looks amazed. Dan says, look at how amazed. He's jacked. He's totally excited. All right,
All right,
Dan.
let's get these bets straightened
Dan
out.
needs a cocktail, he says, so. Yeah.
Dan needs a cocktail or Dan
Dan
Alf
does,
needs
yeah.
a cocktail?
It's Dan's birthday. He gets
okay,
whatever
we're
he
gonna-
wants.
Dan, we're getting you a cocktail. Okay.
All righty, bets are in there, so here we go,
Oh, no.
folks. 7, ace, 8, jack, and a 2, and here is 17. And there is 5 or 15. There's 18. There's 14. There's 16, and I am showing just a little deucey action there.
Okay, now remember, I say that a deuce is a dealer's ace because it's just a bad, I never see it end well. So I write it off already. I'm like, okay, 17 against a deuce. The book says stay. Book says.
Shaken, not stirred.
Shaken, not
Dan,
stirred.
That's what Dan wants.
All right, so here
James
we've
Bond,
got a 5 or 15, as the dealer was saying, 5 or 15. Okay, 5 or 15, and what do you want to do, guys? Let me ask y'all. What do you want to do?
Alf's a wild card. He should hit.
Alf is our wild card. He's the one, because this is the do's and don'ts, and the book is the do's, and Alf is the don't. So this is what Alf's going to do. He's going to double down.
Can you play with Alf's hair just because you miss being able to do that because your husband is bald?
We're going to double
That's
down on that because
not
we
really
can.
cool.
We can. You can double down on any 2 cards in most casinos.
And there's a 10.
Okay, so now that is 15.
15. Good
But
luck
if
with
the
that.
dealer busts, then Alf will be
18. You're
8. The
staying.
book says stay on 18 against
14.
the deuce. This is where it gets tricky, is the book says stay on 14 against a deuce when you have 1 or 2 decks, all right? So we're going to stay, and then on that 16 against a deuce, what do you do, guys? 16 against a deuce?
Let the
Yeah.
dealer bust. Don't
We stay-
you bust.
No, we stay there too, just because it's a wild card. It's a deuce. It's a stupid
6.
deuce. All right, 6.
13.
How much is that? 13. Big card.
And 6 is 19.
Ooh, that's ugly.
Loser. Thank you for your chips and your time and your money. What was this here?
It was a bad double.
15
It was
something?
a don't double on that.
Alf, it's a pleasure.
I have a question for y'all. Do you guys have
18.
questions? We have some of you saying, oh, sorry, let's finish paying out here.
This is 19, right?
You have 19, dealers
Yeah,
19?
18.
Yeah. Wait, is that right?
6
6,
is
19,
13.
19,
Yeah,
yes.
yep.
Okay.
Math is hard. 14. Nice try, 14. You should have hit. And 16, you're a loser as well. And I like to taunt my patrons at the table because I'm such a great blackjack player, apparently.
Baby, you're getting better and better all the time.
Yeah, I'm
And okay, so let's just answer some questions. Let me throw some things out
Like and
there.
subscribe, people.
Like
We're
and
changing
subscribe.
color to red now.
Well, we're going to go back to, okay, yes, we're going to go back to red. We're just
Because
going to
all
play,
the people playing are in the red after playing against the dealer.
we're going to play a couple more hands and then have cocktails for Dan's birthday.
Toast Dan the man.
Toast Dan the man. Thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe. And what questions do you guys have about blackjack? When you get your cards, you don't.
You need some robot friends to sit around the table. Yeah, that would be cool. Some of our friends are robots.
Some of our friends are robots.
No.
Some of our friends are dealers. Some of our friends are pit bosses.
Seferino wants to know where we at. This is our home in Vegas. We live here in beautiful Vegas. And we've made our little home kind of a casino tonight. So
Yeah, it's kind of casino-ish. We got this table. We just got this table for Christmas. It was a Christmas gift that we got for the two of us.
babe, can we roast marshmallows on our fire?
Yeah, we probably
Or
could, but we
can we do
could.
hot dogs and stuff?
We could, but we have a fireplace outside for that.
Okay.
We just did a staycation this week. We typically do a staycation every week. We did it. Where were we, babe? We just were somewhere. Oh, we were at the Palazzo at the Venetian. That's
Yep.
where we were. And our next staycation is this week, and that is at the Luxor, and we're going to play a slot tournament.
Dan says he'll be back. The lounge has some dancers there. He's funny.
This lounge?
No, I don't know. Not this lounge. No.
I think Dan is drinking for his birthday, which he should be, Dan. Enjoy your day. It's your day. Do what you want to do. Dealer, just let me know when I can cut those cards.
I'm ready to, oops, I kind of botched that one. Let's do that one more. I was ready and I wasn't.
So we like our staycations. We just did a cruise. We did a cruise on Celebrity Cruise. Pretty much all these the fun things that we do, we'll get a lot of material and we'll create some videos, publish some videos on that for you. But I did play a lot of blackjack on the cruise.
You did well.
I did very well. And there was a no limit hold'em tournament and tons of slot machines, but we did not like the slot machines on the last
Well, they cleaned
on the
me
cruise.
out. They were absolutely
They
horrible.
weren't good slot machines.
Babe, you wore that top last in another video
Yeah.
on tournament poker,
Yes,
right? So y'all should go back and check, if you're into poker, check out Ginger's video on tournament poker. It's really good.
But the biggest thing that I talked about on the tournament poker is where to play in Las Vegas and what's going on in the tournament poker world in Las Vegas. Yeah, we're very excited for the WSOP and all of the other circuit events that go on. I like the Nugget holds one called the Grand Series. Thank you for helping me out on that, babe. Because they're just really good value. So, but I just want to make sure I'm answering any questions that y'all have because I thought this would be, we thought that this would be a fun thing to do.
9
This is
for
our
that.
third time.
20, 18, 6 or 16. Is that what it is? 14.
Okay.
And bury this card and we'll see where we're ended up here.
Dealer showing a 9.
Lori, the cruise was great. Loved the outdoor deck, room we had. It was beautiful. Just the gaming was sucky. I like to play
Except for
Dragon
Blackjack,
Link
that was
slots,
fun.
and they didn't have any Dragon Link. They didn't have anything to speak of that was fun. So that was a little
And
disappointing.
that was our second Celebrity cruise. And Celebrity is really good. Honestly, my favorite part of the cruise was the martini bar.
Yes.
They had a martini bar and it was like all icy and frosty. It was like, it's really cool.
There's
You
a
could
short
write
on
your-
that, right? You put that
Yeah,
one out
yeah,
where they're juggling the
yeah.
drinks and everything. So check that one out as
It's
well.
really fun. So it's definitely set for adults. Okay, so dealer's
Got
showing
9?
a 9. We've got a 9 here. Book says hit it. Hit it.
Here you go.
9
7.
and a 7, that gives me 16. Book says hit it.
And goodbye.
Goodbye. Take my money. Alf has a king and a queen. You cannot
Come on, hit, Alf.
split because Alf is crazy. He might split it, but you can't split it because it's not a pair. So he says stay. Okay, over here we have 18 against a 9. Now, if the dealer, you always have to say dealer must have a 10 under. But guess what? There are people that will hit on an 18 against a 9 because they think, well, 18 doesn't beat 19. But guess what? It's just, book says don't hit it. So we're going to stay. Now here we go. This is an ace and a
Glad
five.
to hear that, Kevin. Kevin's learned a lot.
Oh, that's good. And it's a more relaxed environment. And the weird thing is you can't video blackjack in a casino. You'll get in trouble. You can video slot machines, just not blackjack. Okay, so this is it's a soft 16 because an ace is a 1 or an 11. So therefore this is a 6 or a 16. You cannot lose. It's a free card. I can't tell you how many times I've seen people, they're like, oh no, I won't hit that. I'm like, what? It's a free card. It can't hurt you. So we want to take a card. Okay, now that's a really good hit because that is an 18.
Yeah.
And an 18 is good. Our fireplace does that sometimes. It turns off and on its own. It's kind of weird. It hasn't been doing that. Okay, so
It gets tired.
I apologize. I just went off topic. So this is an 8 or an 18. 8 or 18. You could technically take another card on this and not bust, but it's hard to improve an 18. So we're going to stay. And we're going to stay. And this person over here has a 14, a 10, and a 4. And the book says hit that because that is perfect. That's a 7. So now, boom.
21.
21 on my $25 bet. Dealer dealer has a 9 underneath. That's an 18.
So
Guess
winner
what?
here.
20 beats 18.
Alf wins.
Take that.
18 is a push.
So
And this is what?
18 also.
Oh, my, another pushy. Mm-hmm. This is a winner, right?
Winner, chicken dinner. Thanks for joining us on this Friday night.
Like and subscribe. It's turning the colors.
Yeah. Babe, why aren't we out tonight?
You know, we've been going so hard that it's nice to just be at home with our subscribers and our new subscribers and all of our friends and just talk a little bit of blackjack.
And
Spread the knowledge that Ginger Vegas has.
well, and one thing that's kind of interesting is because we are retired, all the days kind of like whatever. So some days we're at a casino and some days we're home. And then we're like, wait a minute, it's Friday night. We're super excited though. Some friends are coming in on Sunday. Babe, where are we going?
We are going to the Bellagio.
We're going to go to the Bellagio.
Have dinner at Jasmine.
We're going to have dinner at Jasmine. We were going to go to Mayfair, but now we're going to go to Jasmine. And
I'm
then
doing-
what are we going to do, babe, after we go to Jasmine?
What?
Pinky ring.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
Pinky ring. So we're going to go dancing.
There we go. All right, here comes the cards.
Here come the
4,
cards. Is this our last deal?
9. If it is, it's what you say it is. Queen, 4. Dealer's showing a jack there.
Haven't had a lot of splits and doubles, but that's okay.
All right, there's an ace, so we either got a 5 or a 15.
Correct. Very
8.
good.
14, 15, and a 7.
Okay.
Good luck with those hands.
All right, I'm going to let y'all
I
say
gotta
what.
check my hand here to see if,
So we're not going to do
we're
anything
good.
until we get a couple responses. Okay, we have a soft 15, which means it's a 5 or a 15. 5 or a 15. Remember, ace is 11 or a 1. So you can play it either way, and it can change. You don't have to decide what it's going to be. Okay, what are y'all going to do on a...
Austin says,
5.
dude, this effing place is beautiful. Thank you, Austin. All right, so everybody's got to weigh in. What are we
Thank you.
doing
We
here?
love our home. Weigh in. So 5
Hit.
or 15.
Lori says hit.
Lori says hit.
Lori always says hit.
And you-
The Smith says hit. You're right, and so does Lori Jack. Yeah, hit. So
And remember, you make your decision not only on your cards, but the dealer's card. The dealer's card is
Brandon
vital.
says hit. Yep.
Okay, we're going to hit. Everyone's saying
And the hit is a 3.
That's a good hit because now what do we have, babe?
18.
Yes, that looks like a very pretty 18. Okay, we're going to stay.
Okay, we got an 8 here.
An 8. Alf, what are you going to do?
He's hitting hard.
You can double on any 2 cards. Okay, this is a do's and don'ts, and we invited Alf because Alf is going to do what you're not supposed to do.
So, welcome back, Dan. All right, sorry. I don't know. He's being funny, I think.
Oh,
You got an eight?
because Alf is,
Hey, Alf, less talking
he
and tell me
can,
what
he
you're
can,
hitting or
you
not.
can double, again, you can double on any cards, but when you double, you put the equal value bet out, which is $25 plus $5 for the dealer's tip. You don't have to, but
That's
Alf
right,
wants
Austin.
to.
High chance for
And
a
then
20
I'm
here.
going to say, that gives me one card, because you're going to double down. Boom. Okay, well, now he has an
18.
18.
That's
Improved
strong.
relatively
All right, we got a
well.
14 here. What are we doing?
Okay, folks, what are you going to do? 14 against a
14
10.
against a 10, which could be a 20. Thank you, Dizzy.
Going to give a couple responses, and then we'll make that decision.
Dizzy says, your house is beautiful. A nice autumn moon machine in there would look nice. Would look awesome.
That's
Thank
funny.
you. All right, Brandon says hit. We're going to hit.
Yep, you're right. Okay, now it's a bust, but you played correctly. Okay?
Thanks for that, Brandon. Whatever. Okay, 15.
Take my money and my
Oh, I'll
cards,
do what
sir.
I want, lady. Boss me around.
Oh, how long have
Okay.
we been married? About a year and a half.
Yeah.
15, wait, what does the book say? The book
right.
says anything over 11.
All right, Lori Jackson, I don't know if that was the last one. It says hit. Dan says, I'm at home, not even close to a casino. I'm not drinking either, just pretending and playing the part as if I was with you there. That's what I figured, Dan. I know you. Dizzy says hit.
Hit all day long.
All right, here we
Good
go.
job.
We're hitting 19.
Very good. We got a 19.
Good call,
Good job.
Dizzy. Way
Good
to go.
job. All right,
7.
this is a 7. Do we hit on a 7, guys? Yes, because you need more to get to 21. So, anybody else? Okay, let's take one card and see what happens.
17.
Okay, that is now a 17. Now what do we do? Do we stay or do we hit? A 17 against a 10.
Lori, are you kidding me? We're not hitting. Lori hits everything. Dizzy says stand. And Dan the man says stay. Lori said stay. She had it right. That was from the previous card. Brandon, stay. DeSmith, stay. Mary White, stay hit. What is that? Come on, Mary.
Mary's drinking upstate New York. You're 3 hours ahead. She's a couple drinks ahead of us.
Okay.
All right, you are correct. The book says stay, stay.
All right.
Stay, that's your hand
See
signal.
what the boss man has here.
Oh, he is a 15. That's good. Okay, cool beans, babe. Yes, boom, baby.
Bust.
He busted.
Well done, everyone.
Well done. Good
All
job,
right.
guys.
Alf, you're doing okay. And these are all mine, thank you.
Yeah, Al, for doing all the don'ts, you've done it.
For all the dumb things
So
I've done.
this just goes to show that you can play by the book. Let me go ahead and do this. You can play by the book, make all those correct decisions, and lose. You can play crazy and win. So bottom line, you take your game, but just realize people are going to get a little annoyed at you if you're splitting tens or you're not playing correctly. So when they talk about blackjack and playing correctly, they're talking about playing by the book.
All right, we good?
Questions?
Yeah. Let's wrap it up with some questions.
Okay,
And
come
we'll be
sit.
doing this again, don't you worry.
Come.
I'll buy a slot machine. Apparently I gotta buy an autumn moon and then I can demonstrate how to win at that because I'm so talented apparently with
Come sit.
What do you
Do you
need?
want to come sit over
Oh,
here
sure.
by me and Alf? All right. So thanks for joining us.
Except the fire's really hot over there.
In our home. We love our home. We love living in Las Vegas. We have tortoises that are about to come out of hibernation. We love playing cards. Kris loves, I like the slots and we like to do things together. So I do
See you,
play
Lori.
slots.
Thank you.
Slots are fun, and Kris primarily likes slots. I primarily like cards, but we play all of it.
I primarily like ginger, but I also like slots. So
And
I'm
I
just saying.
don't like ginger, but I do like wasabi.
Oh my gosh. I met Ginger Vegas, my beautiful wife.
Any questions about Vegas before we go?
Thank you, Kevin. Everybody's saying thanks.
Oh,
and
thanks for joining us.
Thank
It
you
was
for
fun.
subbing, you guys. You're the best. I appreciate you guys. Are you guys in a penthouse? No, we're in our ranch style home here in Vegas. We've got a nice view of the strip from the backyard, from the front yard. It's a beautiful home, and we just got it, what, a little over a year ago.
Just over a year ago, we've been living in this new home.
So we come home from casinos where we stay often, and it feels like we're still in a casino. The pool area is like an absolute resort pool, and yeah, we're really blessed. We're really grateful.
Blessed. Yeah.
So just wanted to share a little bit of that home with you guys tonight and play a little bit of blackjack.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you learned a lot from my dealing skills, and I'll be giving seminars on that soon. Well, maybe not.
But we're going to do, I thought we said we were going to do it tomorrow night, but we don't know for sure when we're going to do the coffee talk, which is just, we're going to give you some important things that are happening right now in Vegas, and then you can ask questions and we can have communication. But I kind of want to do that with the pool behind us. I don't know if we can.
Yeah.
But we might, because I think you guys would enjoy the pool.
I'm pretty much roasting alive here next to the fire. And you know, it is like 75 degrees today.
Shake Alf's hand. Good job, Alf.
Let me see Alf.
He has a short reach. Okay.
I gave him 5.
Well, he only has 4, but okay.
4 fingers.
Alf, thank you for being our guest. He kind of has a wiggly head.
Get a better Vegas shirt. That's not going to cut it. We don't do Tommy Bahama.
No, you know what? There's a lot of people in this world that like Tommy Bahamas. So if you're a Tommy Bahamas type dude, it's fine.
That's fine. I just don't dig them. So I have a bias.
Yeah, I think that's it. So happy birthday to Dan.
Dan's happy too. NASCAR this weekend and IndyCar coming soon. The racing king of our channel is happy. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Okay, thank you everybody for joining us. You have any other questions? Blackjack or Vegas?
Do a live from our pool sometime. We will. We'll do a live from our pool next.
We'll do the live. And actually, I think
we'll put the blackjack table in the water and we'll deal from the water and do the whole pool. No, we can't do that.
No, I think we'll just do it right over there. And that'll be perfect. We have lots of colors and lights, and it'll be like you guys are all hanging out with us. And you got to bring a cocktail though, Dan.
Yeah, Dan wants to know where the Kino Lounge is. So that's in the other bedroom. Yeah.
But you maybe just pointed to the wine cellar. This is the coolest house. It also has a wine cellar.
It does.
Okay.
Is this real? Dan Vreeland. Is this real?
Is this real?
It's real life.
Yeah. So we just finished.
Yeah, we could read your comment, Dan. Is this real? All right, guys.
Thank you for joining us. And but I wanted to have a commitment from my husband on doing a live stream tomorrow night by the pool, so that everybody can come and tune back in. Are you guys going to be around tomorrow night?
We could do that, or Sunday night.
No, we have a date with our friends at Bellagio on Sunday night.
Sorry.
So I think tomorrow night is good.
Yeah, we can try that.
Yep. Okay, so Brandon's committed. Brandon will be there.
All right.
All right, so great. We'll show you the pool tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us. Good job on dealing. And thanks again, Al, for joining us. And good luck if you come to Vegas. But yeah, join us tomorrow night. Bring your Vegas questions.
Bring your bathing suit.
Bring your bathing suit. Baby, well, I'm not going to have my bathing suit on. Our pool's not heated right now.
No, we're not doing
But we'll have the whole pool in we've got some really cool stuff out there. We'll show you. Bye. See you later. Bye. Thanks for joining.
Thank you all. Mary, thank you too. Always got to remember.